I'm going to discuss a few things about the new economy, or as it's being called today, the new normal. And what this basically means is that the pre 2008 economy as we knew it may no longer be relevant for us as we come out of this economic crisis, which is definitely of a proportion much closer to a depression than a Great Recession. And it is important for planners to understand the implications of such a structural change which affects all markets, and the governments have to become involved in regulating the failures of people and markets. That coming out of such a crisis changes our world in more ways than we can ever think of today. But things that we'll find out over the next few years as the economy turns around. Slow or fast, we don't know, because it is just like the Great Depression. It's something that we have to live through and find out for ourselves when this will all be over. But one thing for sure, we will be different, not only as a country, but as a world after this crisis. Some of the things that I would like to point out to planners is the need to understand the anguish of their clients, whether they became unemployed or they lost a lot of money in their 401k and other pension accounts, and they were close to retiring and they cannot retire anymore. There are a lot of people in the economy today who are in these dire conditions. And even clients who have survived, most people have lost money, and there's a tremendous amount of internal conflict in clients, because they're trying to understand what they did wrong. And it's very much like the Great Depression. If you ever meet someone, and we've all met people from the Great Depression, and one thing that's uniform across such people is that they never forgot it. A Depression era person will always remember the Depression because it changed their behavior all their lives. But strangely enough, during this period, this crisis period, if there's one group which has done better than any other group, it's Depression era people. They are the ones who put the money in the 1% CDs and the 2% CDs and saying, we will live a lesser life, but we need our monies to be safe, because they got hurt so badly once, they never want to revisit that state again. That's called cognitive dissonance, when internal conflict, when we've done something that's been proven to be wrong, which we thought was very right. And in this case, losing a huge chunk of your retirement income or your retirement funds is a trauma of that scale. So how do we help clients to come out? Because we know their behavior is going to change. It's already changing. We see in 2006, the savings rate of this country, from about 12% in the early 80s, it went down to -1% in 2006, the baby boomer generation. But today, in 2010, in spite of the government trying to tell us to spend our way, consumers are saying, no way, I'm not willing to spend money right now. My family is in danger and jeopardy, I cannot lose my job. I need to build my emergency fund back. And in just a matter of 4 years, we've gone from -1% to 6.4% today. That's a change in behavior that was brought about by this crisis. We need to instill in people that when they save, it's not they're giving up something today, but they're giving up something today, the consumption today, for a better future. So the trade-off is living well for a longer time, or living great today and not knowing what's going to come by tomorrow at your doorstep. So what I will say is that this is a time when clients, they needed a lot of TLC, a lot of hand-holding, much more than numbers and charts and figures. They need to be comforted with the understanding that they are in expert hands, and the hands of expert planners, and to be consistent and to sort of together weather the storm, because that too will surely pass, and they will come out stronger under the guidance and moderation of expert planners. And that is my message for today. Thank you very much.